yeah. Hey, thank you, Pratik. No. I am not going to have lunch on YouTube. Well, but I got something very hot here for sure. Let me show you what this is. You know, really, really amazing. This is the all-new Sigma 150-600 F5 6.3 DGDN OS. Well, let me move all these things away because this guy requires some space. This is the latest, absolutely the latest from Sigma. It's an ultra tele zoom lens. It's the mother of all zoom lenses. 150-600 at 5, which is at the 150 end, and at the tele end it goes up to 6.3. Comes with a fantastic lens hood, a soft cover, and also a lens cap. Well, this all comes in this carry box. You may not want to carry it all the time with you, but that's not the point that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this beautiful lens. You know, I always maintained that lenses are investments and camera bodies are always expenses. So when you buy a lens, you need to be extra careful as to where you're putting your money in. Now, one of the first things that I look in a lens is the country of origin. Where is it made? I'd like to see two countries. Either it has to be made in Germany or made in Japan. This one is made in Japan. Maybe because I'm a little old-fashioned in my approach to equipments, I still would like to see these two countries, lenses especially, made from these two countries. And there's nothing probably wrong in, lenses from other countries for sure, but it's just that, forgive me, forgive my old-fashioned thoughts. But yes, this one is made in Japan, and it shows it's built like a tank. It's definitely an investment. It's going to definitely outlast you if you take good care of it for sure. It shows. I mean, you hold it in your hand, and you know that's going to last forever. And everything. The rubber grip feels very good. The body parts, certain parts I think are metal, and other parts probably polycarbonate. And a nice combination and nice textures too. So I'm sure it's very, very well thought out at the design stage. The next thing that I see is lots of features. The most important one is this has got an optical image stabilization. And optical image stabilization in multiple stages you can have in stage 1 and stage 2, and it works with Sony E-mount. And of course, this lens is available also for Panasonic L mount. Okay, so that's another interesting one. You have a focus limiter, which the range is fantastic, right? 150-600 is like a couple of kilometers. So focusing limiter will definitely help you if you are shooting things in the distance. You don't want the lens to kind of, keep hunting for focus. So that lens limiter is here. The focus AF/MF, switching function is available. Very interestingly, there are two custom assignable switch available. So which means, you can actually assign some camera functions onto these switches. I would say you may want to assign this to focusing modes, from face detection to, let's say, an eye detection. If you want to switch a toggle between these two, maybe this can be an easier way of doing that rather than going into the menu or going to the custom functions of your camera. Another interesting feature is this amazing lens collar with an Arc-Swiss mount integrated into it. That's amazing, because 150 to 600 definitely will require at times to be held on a tripod or on a monopod. This will help you achieve that without using an additional, let's say, a quick release plate, because every additional plate that goes in here will kind of affects the stability. One more place which can introduce certain shake or movement, that's gone with this integrated, Arc-Swiss mount. Of course, if you are using another tripod mount, of course you can replace it. It's replaceable. All right, you can switch to Manfrotto, for example. All right, and another interesting thing which I found is, both the vertical, the portrait and the landscape position is actually marked with a click. Which means if you are shooting, your vertical and the horizontal is kind of guaranteed. You don't have to guess, right? I mean, it's there. I mean, this clicks denotes. Now this denotes your horizontal position, and this click means that your vertical portrait mode is perfect. Of course, needless to say, you have to take it out. This is from the sports series. So you're going to take it out into the wild. You're going to take it out to a sports arena. There's going to be a lot of dust. You're going to come across, varying weather conditions. This lens is dust and weather resistant. Don't mistake it for waterproof. It's water resistant. It can definitely withstand mild splashes. So it's actually splash resistant. And it's got a nice wide front element. Fantastic. And I can see the layers of protective lens coating then that has gone in. We will also do a small lens test, all right? Our standard way of testing edge sharpness and center sharpness at, let's say, at 150 and at 600 and right bang in the middle of the zoom range. At 3 points, we will do a sharpness test at few apertures and also see how the lens is going to behave. So that'll really help you. See, it may not matter to, let's say, a wildlife photographer or, let's say, a sports photographer, because as long as the center is sharp, he may not really worry about edge sharpness. But if you want to shoot landscape with it, which you can shoot amazing landscapes with it, to get that great compression. Well, at that point, you may want to know, which is that critical, juicy aperture where you can get great sharpness and great depth of field. So we'll do that as well. Well, our little experiment in the studio showed us that this lens behaved very well at 150 full open and 600 full open. So it changes from 5 to 6.3. The edge sharpness and the central sharpness was brilliant throughout the aperture range. And there was virtually no vignetting whatsoever at all focal lengths and apertures. Brilliant. Well, what else? We're going to go out and do a shoot. I'm an automobile lover. I like cars. I like bikes. I don't ride bikes much, but I really like bikes. So, and fortunately, Pixel Village has a few friends who are kind enough to lend their amazing machines to us for our shoot. And this one is going to be a similar one. Amazing machine, and of course we have an experienced rider too. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out and shoot how do I name it, an editorial shoot. Okay, let's call it an editorial shoot, because I'm not going to be shooting in between a competition or a race. It's all set up, so let me call it an editorial shoot and see what best I can get out of this lens. But you know, I've been a commercial photographer, so I'm trained to do or approach a shoot in a particular way. So I would like to go to see the location first, understand the sun positions, the weather conditions, the stuff that I need to carry. I need to be very sure about it. So that's what I'm going to do. So you guys also can come along with us and see what we do. You know, on the pre-production stage, and then of course we go into the shoot day. Let's go.
And if you can stay exactly at the same position and stop there.
What a morning it was. Met some wonderful people and of course that amazing motorbike. Well, let me tell you, I really enjoyed that session. This guy really matched up to the the occasion. You saw me how I was using it. Most part, I was shooting it with handheld. Okay. So let me give a shout out to our, our friends at Primes and Zooms who lended us the camera, the A9. Primes and Zoom is the destination if you want to rent your photography equipments in Pune and in Mumbai. We had an amazing, very fast camera to be shot along with it. So the A9, as you know, shoots about 20 frames a second, and this lens matched up to that speed without any problem. And like I told you, using this lens handheld was absolutely no problem, and it was not heavy. Considering the focal length that it was, carrying 150-600, I did not face any problem. If at all, if I faced a problem, it was due to the extremely small compact size of the mirrorless camera. I come from a little old school, so I prefer my cameras to be nice and big so that I can hold it in my hand and I can well, there's nothing wrong about it. These days the whole trend is using a compact camera. Really loved the images. It tracked, it focused without any problem, and these two modes, this smooth mode and the T mode, really helped. So in smooth mode, you can actually zoom this way. You don't have to use the ring. You can actually pull in and out. And in T mode, it becomes a little strong. And actually, if you hold, it will move very slowly. And in smooth mode, it moves a little faster. So suit a mode, which suits your style of photography. And of course, at L, it is locked in position. You saw the images. I really liked it. You saw the test chart, the edge sharpness. Anyway, the minimum opening is at 5, so you can't really expect, or you cannot have any vignetting or lack of sharpness at the edges, and the image proved it. The edges were equally sharp. You saw it from the test chart. From 5 to 6.3 to upwards, the edges and the center were equally sharp. At points where we were shooting against light and when the subject was against a very contrasty dark background, yes, we saw a little bit of purple pixels which kind of disappeared at the touch of a button. Other than that, I have no complaints about this lens. This lens is going to be soon available in India. I was told that the MRP is going to be 1,46,000 Indian rupees. That includes 2 years of warranty, and if you register online with the Indian distributor, which is shatalakameras.in, well, then you will get an additional 6 months warranty. So whoever is buying it, make sure that you register this lens online and avail that 6 months additional warranty. What else? I think I've mentioned everything. The proof of the pudding was the images. I really enjoyed. I must also tell you about the macro shots. At the 150mm end of the lens, I can actually go very close and take some interesting macro shots. I shot them handheld. So, to conclude, my take on this lens is that considering the build quality, the image quality, the features available on the lens, the zoom range, the 150-600 range that it offers, and that irresistible price all makes this lens very desirable for anyone who's looking for an affordable sports lens, a wildlife lens, or usages like this, like a nice editorial shoot. Why even fashion shoots, with that nice compressed backdrops, I think this is fantastic. As you saw, even at 6.3, the bokeh was very nice, you know. Of course, there's nothing to match that juicy f4 and 2.8 lenses. Of course, 2.8 is not available on a 600mm, but f4 is available. But, you know, that costs heaven and earth and all that put together. But at 6.3, this offered a brilliant bokeh, so I really liked it. So I think this is a very desirable lens, and I'm certain that is going to also serve you for a very long time. If you are interested in learning photography, please head over to pixelvillage.com. We have a set of fantastic photography teachers there taking classes for you. They're all recorded sessions. You can watch the bouquet of offering, and if you like it, you can subscribe. Stay safe. Bye for now.